Hey, what's up, everybody? Back again. Um, this one's a little different. So this is the project that I recently completed about 3 months ago, I believe. So this project I inherited from another contractor, and he didn't pull no permits, and they didn't know what they were doing with the roof as well. So I had to come in and get a permit from the city, do the drawings, get my engineer to stamp the drawings, of course, and build the cover. I would say the deck was mainly built, but we needed to add some supports and all these brackets and many things that were missing, that previous contractor missed or didn't know how to do. So this is the project, and here I'll show you how I was. So this is how I inherited the project. So if you take a look up here, you see how these rafter tails, they're way above the roof. The beam was above the roof line as well. And these beams were sitting there for months already. They're where the brackets are at, they were already really dark. You see me up here. So yeah, this is how I inherited the project. We, as you can see, I added that. We added I'll show you the plans right now, but yeah, I did so many things. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, this is how I inherited the project, and that's what this is. This is the finished product. Just a quick note here. Me and the homeowner tried to match the paint, but we couldn't match it. So the homeowner said she's probably gonna wait a little bit because she's gonna paint the house or something like that. So this caulking right here is just that we couldn't paint it at the moment because we didn't have the paint that matched their siding. So she said just to wait, leave it like that. But yeah, we got cedar wraps, privacy screens, fan, all kinds of stuff. Just a nice covered deck. Yeah, run through some other pictures. So that's how I ended up cutting the roof, that overhung here, because you don't need it at that point. And went up with the pine TNG. We got low voltage fan and lights that they control by an app and all kinds of nice stuff. Hideaway privacy screens, timber tech expression rails with a drink rail, cedar drink rail on top. What else? Yeah, that's the main thing. Now let's jump onto the SketchUp. Here's my SketchUp, and this was a while ago. So here's what I came up with. I didn't put the TNG on this specific drawings, you can see most of the details here. What is this? It's a little line. Let's get rid of it. Oh no, that's the roof line. Yeah, I think I was trying to mess with it and trying to make it look like the picture. So the post wraps weren't in the picture at that time, so that's what this is. Looks like pressure treated post. What else? But yeah, this is my SketchUp file of the project. These footings were not there. This post was not there. These were not here. So the deck was bouncy, which I suggested let's add three new footings. And what's supporting the beams at the back of the house is like a bunch of 2x4s put together, and they all come down to the foundation. And it's really important when you build this type of structures that you either have a post or you have some type of support that brings the load all the way down. And I never, I don't think, I think I've done it once, but I don't like to have post in the back of the house unless the homeowner really wants it. But 90% of the time, I mean 100% of the time, I'm suggesting them not to have posts in the back. It just looks odd, it looks ugly, it doesn't look like it's integrated in the house. So I always talk them out of it, and I always tell them, hey, look, it's gonna cost a little bit more because we got to open up the siding, open up your house, open up the cavity, and bring that load down all the way to the concrete. So that's what we did here. We that's what we had the caulking on the siding here. So yeah, that everything comes down to the foundation. It's really important here. So that's what that's here on the back. And so let's take a look at some of the scenes I have here. So here I have give me a second. Let's see this photo view, I believe. Where is that at? Maybe window. That way it doesn't take so long to change from this camera to this view. Columns, maybe window preferences, graphics. No, what was that applications? Sorry about that. I'm trying to. There's a way to make it so that the next scene doesn't take so long to load. An animation settings. Here, there you go. So scene delay enables no. So disable that, and I think I should be good. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So see, and I just switched. So this is the roof plan. You have to show what the current house layout of the house. So just a line going across me, there's a gable, and this lines in between means a valley. There's a small little gable at the front, and this is the house basically, and this is the new roof that we added here, and then the side plan of the house, and then my stairs, the details I had on my stairs, the little bracket here, and then this is how I attach my stairs. Everything's called out on layout. I'll show you right now. And then the stairs too. So I had just have another scene to be able to zoom in through the back. My framing, this is where I call out my rafter. I think we use 2x8 rafters, 6x12 beams, 6x6 post, and all kinds of stuff. So this is from the top, the valley, the roof framing by itself, just the roof beams ridge, column at ledger. So I think on this scene I didn't have the house. So this is the ledger for the deck, the footings. I think I just I pressed hide on the other ones for now. It's just because I went back and I fixed some stuff, and everything got moved all over the place. It's not really ordered, how it first was. Deck frame, you see, before, like, you didn't see this on a deck frame, but you just see the top view of the frame, deck frame too. And now let's jump onto the layout for this. So this is how I present my drawings to the city, and this is how I submit them basically. So I have a cover page with the legend, drawings, who does the drawings, just me, the homeowner's name, address, the parcel number of the property, basically the number assigned to the lot, the site plan. That's pretty typical. And then this is where I get into all the details. I like to be really, really, descriptive of my details and what I'm gonna do. So yeah, this is kind of how they look, and um keep in mind, like, you see this right here, that's something that I added later on. So this wasn't of course this will be out of the plans basically. Like, that just got in there because I wanted to edit it, some extra stuff, but yeah, these are my details, like, got some dimensions, 16, like the overhang, the beams I'm using, the hangers I'm using, this the footings. So that's a deck, the roof framing and dimensions. And then I go into deck framing and dimensions. So you got the deck framing, dimensions, stairs, how they're attached, what I'm using, how many screws, what kind of screws, how long they are, what kind of brackets, basically the whole nine. And then this is some of the cross section for your east, south, north. Depends on where the house stands. They want elevations and the height and all the kinds of stuff. And then my deck footings, I basically 14 by 14 dip concrete footings in the middle, and the bracket I'm using, and what kind of post I'm using, how, if I'm using wedge anchors, 1/2 inch by 4 inch and a quarter. And this is another the roof plan. So, valley, ridge, and this is basically the house, house sitting. So yeah, that was this project, and I'm really proud of this project, how it came out. It you know, I'm glad I was able to come in and do my thing, and build something for the homeowners, that they can enjoy, and it's built right for years to come. So yeah, that's this project. Just wanted to share and show you guys. a beautiful project. Peace.